my goodness. I forgot to put it up in the game. But Konyami, hi everyone. I'm Hayami Mae. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Give me a second. I could do this. Haha! Now there's the game. There's the game. Let's go. How's the volume? It looks a little loud, but if it's too loud, let me know. Okay. Let me do roll call. Hello, Bread. Hello, Cool Matt. Hello, Apollo. Hello, Marcella. Hello, Tharsis. Hello, Bud. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Blobby. Hello, Bush Baby. Hello, Louise. Hello, Conrad. Hello, Azure. Hello, Yoto. Hello, Sugai. Hello, Caberson. Hello, Eric. Welcome in. Hello, Bandit. Volume's good, but you can turn but you can turn it down a tiny bit if you like. Okay, I think I'll just turn it down on my end. I think it's just probably just a little loud on like my personal like earbuds. But there we go. Yay! Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. Today we are going to be playing Apollo Justice. Yippee! I believe we are on the final case of the first game. I think that's where we're at the moment. It's time for more Justice game. I know, finally, we're back. Thank you guys for waiting. And real quick, oh goodness me. I drank some water before this. Hold on. Oh, of the first game? Yes, of the first game. And hello, Lane. Welcome in. Final case of Apollo Justice, aka Ace Attorney 4. Oh, yeah, you're right. This would be the fourth game. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the redeem. Chaotic already. Hold on. I'm putting on chapstick. My lips are dry. What the heck was the plot of the game? I don't remember. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't remember what we were doing. I know we were in the court case. Courthouse. Hello, Jifu. Welcome in. By the way, I'm having the potato dress like tater tots and potato. What? Wait, tater tots are also called potato gems? I've never heard that name before, but that sounds so delicious. I already had like my fried treat, but I should be good. Oh my goodness! And the chibi redeem already so fast. Hello, it is I, Chibiyami. In Japan, it's straight up called Ace Attorney 4. Well, Gyakutan Saiban 4 to be exact. Okay, I didn't know. Your head looked concave for a little bit. It's from all the bonking you guys do. You got a case to defend some girl from Phoenix, I believe. You examined some paintings. I forgot. Did we? Oh, freak. I can't remember. Can't remember what we were doing. Hello, Delvin. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. I've run out of witty things to say for these. No, it's okay. The support means so much to me. Thank you. And for 43 months on top of that, we're almost to the... Oh my god. Right? Wait, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Almost at the 4-year mark. Thank you, Dovin. And thank you, Bandit, for the 45 streak. Thank you. Yeah, you cross-examined Mr. Toothbrush. Wait, not cross-examined. You met him. Mr. Toothbrush? The evil. Oh, that son of a gun. I remember now. I remember. He's so annoying. Just a few months away from 4 years. Yeah, it's so crazy. That's so crazy. Thank you, Dovid. Also, Dovid, update. I was gonna post a picture of it tomorrow. The matcha kit came. Not the actual matcha itself, but the actual ceramic cup. It's actually really nice. Like, I was so surprised how quickly it came because you just bought it yesterday. I was so genuinely surprised. I was like, wow, the power of Amazon and capitalism is kind of insane. Woo, yeah, thank you so much, Dovin. Yeah, I ordered it just a day ago. Yeah, I'm honestly super shocked how quickly it came. I would take a cute... I need to retake my photo. I should put Mini Yummy in the bowl. Then it'll look really cute. Okay, I'll have to retake my picture after the stream. But I want to let you know that it came safe and sound. Everything's intact. Thank you so much, Dovin. I don't know when the actual matcha is gonna arrive, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. 5 months for 4 years. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we were cross-examining. Brushel. Was Brushel the annoying guy? It was! It was the annoying guy! Oh my god. Okay, I was not mentally prepared for this. Look at this guy. If this is your first time seeing this man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He is definitely a character. Oh, I'm too short for the zoom in. Whoopsies. He has a very punchable face. Yes, indeed. Why does he look like that? Because he is... Good question. I don't know why he looked like that. Can delve in. I'll say, yeah. Lamau. It's just... Oh my god. Hello, Matthew. Wait, no. Your name? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Your name is not Matthew. Is it Matt? Matt the Wanda? Matt the Wanda? Like that? Is that how you pronounce your name? Please let me know. I realized I think I've been calling you Matthew this whole time, but I think it's actually not one word. It is Matthew. Oh, but Matt is fine too. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. I got so scared because I was like looking at your name and I'm like, wait, I could read. I see the "the" in there and I'm like, ooh. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm just being sure. But thank you so much, Matt, for clarifying. Okay, I'll stick with Matt because then it'll prevent me from messing up. But Captain, you are also correct. It is also Matthew. Before I start the actual game stream itself, I just want to say thank you. Again, I'm sorry. I know I said thank you a lot already last night and on Twitter, but I just want to say again in person, thank you so much for making. Oh, I'm back. Thank you so much for celebrating my birthday with me and making it very special. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Taku. Hello, Veerdot. Wait, is it Vero? Verodot? Yes, Big Hayami is back. Yes, indeed. Of course, we're gonna finish that deco cake, right? Yes! Over the weekend, I'm gonna go buy more of the deco whip so I can finish the cake. Yes, that is the perfect... Ah! Oh my goodness. What you crazy fiends. You guys are addicted to using channel points. Okay, hold on. Let me shrink myself smaller so I'm less imposing onto the screen. I couldn't resist. I'm glad you enjoyed this form. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, now you guys have to look at me in my omanju form. Don't bite me. I am not edible. It's too adorable. How can I not? Thank you. Thank you, Campison. Okay, we have to listen to... Shoot, what was the pun on this guy's name? Oh, is it because his hair is a brush looking? Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Can we get this guy off the screen, please? Unfortunately, Brad, he's gonna be here for the next 2 hours. He is our first witness. I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier. Yes, a painter died. And the suspect and who we're defending is his daughter. And we found out that he's poisoned. I see on my screen. Look how ugly he is. I'm sorry. I'm usually very I usually don't want to judge a book by its cover, but that smile can make a baby cry. Look at it. It's so, journalistic history made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. Ew, where's his eyes? What is that? No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. Nah, he seems very nice. I don't know about that. I think he's lying. That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. Dun, dun, Dun. What are you saying, Judge? Need I remind you, the cameras are rolling today. I felt the need to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? Medio thing like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. Ew, so gross. I know. Wild accusations rock courtroom, end quote. So, no judge a book by its cover, but that's a very intimidating cover. Nah, he got a mad high prescription for his glasses, right? For his eyes to grow that big. Okay, that's the recap pretty much. Okay, last time, thank you, Luis, for the recap. I'll read it. We got a case from Phoenix due to a secret mission, which involves a painter dying of poison, aka Baja Blast, in his home, and his daughter is accused of his murder. A key witness is the reporter here that was interviewing the painter. Thank you, Luis, for the recap. I don't know about the Baja Blast part, but I think we all agreed that it looked like Baja Blast. Me? Do a thing like that? Oh, thank you, Yoto. See, I'm not very good at parsing out words. He seems sussy, Baka. I would have to agree with you. He needs more pink on his cheeks. How much pink, Tharsis? I mean, I'm back. What are we playing? We're playing Apollo Justice! And welcome back. Rock indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun. I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice. Your cross-examination, please. What a late interview. 9 o'clock at night? Gosh, if I had like a shrine meeting at that time, I would literally scream at someone. Okay. 9 o'clock at night? That's see! I'm not crazy! Apollo agrees with me! I feel so validated. Wow. I predicted what a video game was gonna say. Thanks, Apollo. If the great painter Drew Misham says come at 9, believe you me, I go at 9. The first, as it turned out, last interview with such a prolific painter. Right, can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? Oh, I'm back. The first outsider to enter the atelier. Sounds fun. Thank you, Hayami. Miss you. Glad you went live. Oh, Marcella, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Well, I'm here, so let's enjoy this time together. I've seen enough. Make her a lawyer. Well, I mean, I have my defense badge, quote unquote, right? Oh yeah, Phoenix also gave a letter to Trucy and spoke to Uncle Valens. Valens seems very spooked. Ah, yes, spooked by the letter. And he's like, can I have it? And we were like, no. Yes. Dude looks creepy. See, everyone agrees. Hollow and Trucy spoke to Valens. Yes. Aw, you're welcome. Definitely. Yay! You're the first reporter to ever... we're first reporter ever in Drew's studio. Posterity will look back on that night as a turning point in journalistic history, a basically insignificant step for all of mankind, but a giant step for that Brushel guy, end quote. If no one on the outside ever had access to the studio, then it would serve to reason that the deed was done by an insider, by which he means Vera did it. So, how did this epoch-making interview go? Apollo's not creepy. Yeah. Apollo's not creepy. We were talking about this guy, where he's all creeps. Would you mind being a little more specific? Ooh wee, let me tell you, I enjoy Kappa. In fact, it all began when I was in 4th grade. That's not what I meant! I believe I know what Air Forehead is driving at. This coffee the victim was served. Did anyone other than the defendant touch it? Right, that. That's what I was going to say, really. Well, now if you got a question to ask, you best straight up ask it. That's why I tell all the new recruits, several times if necessary. Right for a grade schooler. That's my motto. which isn't to say I can only write grade school level. Who touched the coffee? Don't know. I was in the back, looking at the studio's equipment when she served it. And what happened next? Oh, thank you so much for the hep pats. What's this about star falling? Star falls. Huh, it's like an old telegram. Send money over. Zowie! Wowie zowie! Oh my god, sorry. I just... I literally sword joined at my computer monitor right now. That was a reflex. No, for real. Wowie zowie. You don't know? That's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away. A star falls. Get it? Me when the sleeper agent forces me to say wowie zowie. Lol, you sword jacked? Yeah, I sword jacked and it was just for me. Objection, Your Honor. Wowie zowie. Oh my god, that's Hayami's objection. Wowie zowie. I am not gonna wowie zowie in a courtroom. Maybe with a client, but... And hello, warrior. Welcome in, welcome in. But there's no gravity in the spaces there. I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter? Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know, star dies. Nah, lacks imagination. Of course you could go with Drew dies, straight to the point. I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. A moment of death. About when Mr. Misham passed away. Oh boy, what a scene that was. He puts his coffee mug down with a crash, right? Yes, and then the cold finger of death touches his spine. Life's flame sputters and fails. So cold was that touch, he could do naught but tremble uncontrollably. Actually, life's flame is a little tired. Life's river floats over. Yes, that's a go. I think he's starting his article already. Could you describe that a little more simply? Well, as you can imagine, I was pretty surprised. He hit the floor, as they say. Artist seizure is final performance. End quote. Atroquinine paralyzes the central nervous system. The body arches back like a bow, and the limbs tremble. That's quite enough of that. Some of us want to be able to sleep tonight. Oh yeah? Well, I want details. Lots of juicy details. For that, you can listen to our last year's hit single. What the heck? Atroquinine, My Love by the Gavineers. Available at all major music outlets. The point here is that the victim died of atroquinine poisoning. Well, Mr. Justice, how did you find that testimony? Ooh, I don't know. I have to listen to the other stuff. The wowie, the zowie in the courtroom or something. I don't know. I'm cooked. Wowie zowies, Hayami's. Take that. That is a good idea. I like that. Actually, that would be the Edgeworth games. He has a Eureka voice line. Yes! Oh my god. Which we will play the Edgeworth game, by the way, after we finish this Apollo Justice game. Would you ever get Brushel's haircut? Heck no! Would you? Hey, Hayami. Hi, Luco! How does it feel being 304 years old? Feeling more powerful? Yes, indeed. I am feeling so strong and ever so old. But Luco, welcome in. Very important. Well, as an account of the moment of the victim's death, I say it's very important. Please add it to the testimony. Very well. The court requests the witness add this account to his testimony. Those spasms. That was definitely death by poison.
Hold it!
You say it was definitely death by poison. How can you be so sure? Hey, look, I'm a journalist. I've seen a lot of things, and I had more than my share of experiences with so-called poisonings. Man eats fishy fish, goes bye-bye. End quote. Food poisoning doesn't count. Should I get him to talk about something else? shoot. Is that me?
Hold it!
Why is he looking at us like that? Brushel? I have no idea. He's just a little kooky. You would get that haircut? Okay, for $100 million. Okay, see, that's what I would do too. I mean, I'm old. I'm 500 next month. My birthday 501. It's okay, Marcella. Everything's gotta be daijobu. Even if we're in our hundreds of years, we're gonna age like fine wine. Can you say that for sure? For sure? Sure, I'm sure. Drew Studio isn't a big place, kiddo. I know if someone else had come in. What if they had been hiding in there from before? Even if someone had been hiding from the studio, they hardly could have poisoned that mug without anyone noticing. Do you think I, Spark Brushel, would miss something as obvious as that? No way. He sure makes it sound exciting. I guess that's his job. There's only one moment we need to focus on, really. The moment when Drew Mishem died? Exactly. There has to be something there. Okay, so I did ask the right thing. Okay, those spasms, definitely death by poison. So, if we take a look at... Okay. Cause of death. So, between 9 to 9:30, time to death, male atroquinine poisoning. Business card, traces of poisoning found in the cupboard. See that there? That's poison. Yeah, don't lick it, Apollo. Don't worry, I'll be fine. No, you won't. You'll die. Look, I know I meant I won't lick it. Who knows what you do when I'm not watching? The concern is touching, really. Next thing you know, she'll be telling me not to drink coffee before bedtime. Okay, nothing there. Hello, Panda. Welcome in. Hey, old lady Hayami. Your back still that hurts? I mean, I try to do stretches every day. It's okay. Older ladies are in demand, or so I heard. Is there a demand for you? It is funny to think that people think 30 is old. It's not that old. Truly. I feel like old is like 60. 60 is old, in my opinion. Oh man, she is prepared. 30 is the new 20. I would like to imagine that... I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would have to agree. 30 is the new 20. You could do so much more. I mean, if you have a steady paid job, that is. A job in this economy. Hey, you're 304. Of course, 30 isn't old. Yeah, you're right, Brad. Compared to the years I got. Times have changed, Jaime. I see VTuber fans calling Mio from Hololive hag unironically. Okay, genuinely, though, I think Mio is the oldest member of Hololive. Like, I think Aki... I don't know. I don't want to throw allegations, but there are definitely moms in Hololive. Like, unironically. But I don't think Mio, again, we'll never know their real age, but I imagine I know she is older, but I can't imagine her being like 50. 30, yeah, that ain't old. But 300 has transcended oldness? I don't know about that. Okay, those spasms. That was definitely death by poison. Let me press this again. So you drank the coffee that Vera served you too? Of course. When someone serves you coffee, you drink it. That's what my old boss always used to say. Never did get what he meant by it though. But you're still alive, which is to say you didn't die. Of course not. No point falling before you're a star. End quote. That's not exactly what I was getting at. What were you getting at then? You know the poison was on the rim, not in the coffee. Oh, yes. There were 2 cups on the tray she brought, and one of the cups had Drew's signature painted on the side. No chance the guest would take that one by mistake, I guess. Well, Mr. Justice, was that testimony important? No. So Brushel drank the coffee too. Doesn't look like this is going to lead much. Very well, please continue. Okay, let's check out the last one.
Hold it!
The Stars coffee. You say Mr. Misham had a coffee too, but do you actually see him drink the coffee? Of course. He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger, end quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world. Yeah, what the heck is that? Yet, I guess I can't say I saw him drink it really. He had one so-called sip, if that. Man put lips to mouth, drinks, end quote. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault, since I gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Well, Mr. Justice, do you find that testimony valuable? He drank it. But he didn't see him drink it. Traces of slow-acting poison were found at the cup rim. How the coffee cup? Maybe? The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over. Oh, yeah. Oh, then you can go to press with that one. Your Honor, this is... Oh, I found it. I found the discrepancy. The discrepancy is that in his testimony, he said he drank the coffee and fell over. But this is a slow-acting poison. He did drink the cup, but he did not just fall over. Very well. Vital, right. He had one sip of it. The next moment, he was on the floor. So either he took a sip or he didn't and then fell over? Oh yes, indubitably. Just like that. Wham bam. So Mr. Misham drank the coffee and he fell over immediately. I think Brush was telling the truth too. Should I get him to talk about something else? Nope. Okay, great.
Objection!
Yes! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Much wise, Ray Fox. Thank you, Bread. You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquinine. Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous systems. If you drink that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile. Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information. Omission? Atroquinine. I'll just stick with atroquinine. Atroquinine is virulent, as he says. The death doesn't come upon the ingestion, not immediately. Do you want to look up the pronunciation again? Yeah, hold on. Atroquinine. Pronunciate.
Atroquinine.
Atroquinine?
Atroquinine. Atroquinine.
Atroquinine.
I'll call it atrocanine. I think I'm gonna call it atroquinine. Okay, atroquinine. Atroquinine. I think 9. It's okay. Atroquinine. I call it blast. Atroquinine. Oh, I remember last time when we played this, because I couldn't pronounce it, we just called it Baja Blast. That's the reason why the Baja Blast came in. I remember. Yeah, Luis, yeah, we should just call it Baja Blast. Oh, okay, I'll just call it Atro. I think because saying the full thing, it kills me every time. And hello, Dragon. Welcome in, welcome in. Slow acting? What? According to one forensic scientist, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Never mind. It's now blast. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time to left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Whoa, look at it. He has such a skinny butt. Order! What's the meaning of this? If what the defense says is correct, why, that contradicts the entire testimony we just heard. Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say on the record? Slow acting. SLOWACT. It was virulent, all right. Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist. He's working on his scoop.
Objection!
It's Brushel, yeah? Here, Brushel, let's take a trip back down memory lane. Huh? Did the victim really die the instant he took the sip? Think it over. This is vital. You know what I think? I think that was a not-so-subliminal suggestion. End quote. I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say off to my simple case. And we would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. And you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Scoop. Ew! Why is he ew? Why is he using a saliva to clean off his glasses? Ew! Like, oh my god, like his whole teeth and gums and his tongue. It's all so gross. It is all so gross. He's just practicing good dental hygiene. I don't think this counts. Where does he even keep that toothbrush? Advanced dialogue. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, and hello, Sorinoni. Welcome in. I have glasses and I can confirm that this is the exact opposite of what we do. Thank you. Ew, he keeps it in his pocket. You're right. Ew. Oh my gosh, why are you still on the screen? I know. I wish we cannot. He does not go away. Shirt pocket. Disgusting. Ew, I do. He does wear a shoe with the toothbrush. Look, just wait a second. Just 1 second. We're waiting. Out with it. I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. Yeah, whatever, dude. A revival recollection, end quote. A story's survival, end quote. Attorney utterly confused, end quote. Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I heard a poison that takes its sweet time, see? Just not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently. Mr. Brushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened? You bet I am. That antidote for poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say. Or, I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee. Shut up! Ugh, get him out of here! Order. As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank. Of course I am standing by my testimony, and my dream of exclusive rights to the story. I suppose it was too much to hope for. What was? Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case. Not him. Him? Phoenix Wright. Oh! Who else? Tongue. Here, Brushel. Report for us if you would. What is it that you noticed? He's so ugly. He's so ugly. Hello, Taku fan 3457. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the caravan. My argument, he didn't say he died after the sip, only that he fell off. What if he just slipped there? Flawless. True. Mr. Phoenix, right? He's here. If Brushel didn't do that with the toothbrush, he'd be okay. He was like not okay in my book, and now he's like worse. This court is a critical trial of the juris system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. Da-dang. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Masham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note? What? Bro, what are you saying? A suicide note? Yes, he had this look on his face. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation, end quote. Suicide? Poor Mr. Masham. It's probably this. Dear Mr. Drew Masham, I deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you confirm the transfer. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. 3 days. And this is an old letter. Like old, like years. Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. Bears traces of deadly poison. I think I know what happened. I think he licked the stamp of this mail. Yes. Sign the paper, send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I'm calling it now. Him licking the stamp is how he got the poison. Because this frame potentially 2 inches by 2 inches. Potentially claim, I don't think we figured it out, but I think this frame held the letter. I think. It makes sense. Yeah, right? Omeka brain. Thank you, Bread. If I'm wrong, then hopefully I can still keep that title. But that means Vera is innocent. Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? Oh, very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Was there anyone at the studio other than Mr. Masham? Well, his daughter Vera, of course. Was anyone besides Mr. Masham and Vera present? Not a single one. Not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse. The only person who didn't belong to that studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Brushel? I know what you're doing. I know your game. Attorney uses classic Ramsden phenomenon ploy, end quote. If you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect, I'm sure you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move along, shall we? And hello, Demarks! Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, welcome. Since it's your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Hayami. I'm a traveling fox spirit VTuber that sells omamori on my backpack. And we are playing Apollo Justice. I love playing story-driven games like this one, so I hope you enjoy your stay.
Hold it!
So he put the letter away when he saw you. Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret. I'm not sure I follow. It's the night of the interview. I arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in. Are you sure that's okay? Wait, so he arrived 15 minutes early. So right when he arrived is when our painter ingested outro. That's what I'm thinking. Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, and that's when he drank the coffee, he instantly fell. I mean, isn't that an unlawful entry? Mr. Masham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. Yellow? But this is red. What was the yellow envelope? I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one. It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice, I wonder. It does have a ring of something important. Add to testimony. Add it! Hello, Play! Welcome in, welcome in. Wait, wrong guy. I was aiming for the witness. Freaking Heb. The defense. Thank you for trying to explode him. I appreciate it. Oh, and Conrad, thank you so much for the tail redeem. Okay, here we go. Here's my tail. We'll stay here. It'll be up for a little bit. Very well. Please add it to the testimony then. Why not? My account comes free of charge. Mofu, mofu. Freaking Yoto. Fua, fua. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like my tail. Jifu worked really hard to rig this beautiful tail to be what it is. It was a yellow envelope.
Hold it!
And you saw him seal this yellow envelope with the letter? Hey, don't look at me like that. I saw what I saw. Apollo, you think this might be our big break? Yeah. What I need is to show some decisive evidence now. Okay. Let's present.
Objection!
Yeah! Woo! As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. Prosecutor Gavin. Yes. Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no. But here, forehead, it's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I guess, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already, 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Brushel, I can explain that. Drew right, he wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. Get it outside of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? Well, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say to the witness's claim? That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. Oh, wait. That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing into a red envelope. No, the letter was not, he didn't write anything. Signed the papers and sent. Oh no. Okay, let me save. I want to say it's possible. Oh my goodness me. Hello, CBT. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the caravan. I will say your full name, Cock and Balls Torture. You're real. You're real. Oh my god. Is this some divine intervention to the fact that I watched the video? It's so crazy. Aren't you glad you have the necessary knowledge to handle this situation? I mean, yes? Question mark? I don't know if I needed to know this in order to handle the situation. I really hate the way Brushel looks. It feels like he's staring right into my soul. I know, me too. It's entirely possible. But Paulo, we checked the contents of the envelope yesterday, didn't we? Oh, you're right. Yeah, the answer was clear if we're only giving a little thought. Okay, so I was right. As it just so happened, the defense team investigated the contents of the envelope with the assistance of forensic scientists. What? Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Oh. Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself. Okay, thankfully that wasn't punishing. I know, the song is coming back. Dun, dun, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 It's funny because Jifu also showed me the original Donkey Kong country song, and wow, the actual song where the melody comes from, it's actually a really beautiful song. It's a really, really good song. So now I have this cursed knowledge of when I hear that song, I think of these lyrics. See? No, it's actually beautiful. The original version of the song, the Brawl version of the song, it's really, really good. Like I was listening to it and I told Jifu, I'm like, this sounds like it belongs in a JRPG. He should be getting out of the courtroom soon. I freaking hope so. Mr. Brushel, can you explain this to the court? Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brushel. Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in the envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote. Stamp? Whatever for? Well, to mail this letter. What else? And then, why yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yes, it was a yellow envelope. And he put it in that letterbox. Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing. Oh, how I wish it did. Can we examine? We can't look at it! We got the 304-year-old brain put to good use. Yes, see? Okay, can you guys link me to what you're talking about? I was so confused when you're talking about it. Oh! Hold on. I have to go back through my messages with Jifu. Hold on. Let's see. No, that was Saturday. What? Was this last week? I swore that it was a lot recently. A lot more recent. No, not this one. Where is it? Jifu! Where's the tweet? I'm looking for the tweet for the CBT. The where's the song? Where's the tweet for that? I was trying to look through our messages, but I can't find it. Thank you. Okay, please go check it out, Garrison. And everyone else. Hello, Haku. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Jihu was ready for it. What the F? You're not going to play it on stream? I'm not going to play it on stream again. I don't want to. Oh, fine. Okay, come on.
Cock and ball torture. 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 Cock and.
Okay, there we go. That's the song. It's so cursed. Thank you. You're welcome. It's so mystical. It's just so. It's such 3 a.m. vibes. Sorry, you have to stare at Brushel too. I mean, that video is questionable, yes. Funny, yes. And because what brought it up is that Jihu told me like the acronym of CBT, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then he told me what it meant, and I was like, oh, fitting for the witness on the screen. It was funny and questionable. If I heard that at 3 a.m., I would go into old man mode and tell the day kids to quiet down. Oh my goodness. And Domination and 991, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the caravan. They clearly had 3 a.m. brain while making this song. You know it. Just think if there were a suicide note. What a story. Star writes suicide note in front of reporter. Falls. And as I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said, yes, Your Honor, it makes me wonder about the contents of the red envelope. $100,000 is quite a good deal of money. So this was from 7 years ago, Ja. So, am I finished here? I mean, am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home to start writing. Something is suspicious. Get your big fat nose out here. I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that rather unique face. Come on, attorney has active imagination, little L's, end quote. Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is all about. Jared has an active imagination, end quote. Please continue your testimony. Tell us about the scent of the story. Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, usually. Ugh, gross. I can't wait to freaking send him to oblivion. Actually, it took a bit of work to get thumbs up on the interview. The reporter leverages story, gets his interview, end quotes. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. So we could take it that from $100,000 was adjusted for inflation. Nope. So you threatened to go to the press with this story? That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yeah, he's awful! I mean, no. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, I'm not... Oh, get him out of here. Get him out of here. And hello, Prince Dusk. Welcome in. I hope your day is going well. Something wrong, Mr. Brushel? Look, this is my story. My tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood. I'm going to choke you. I see. While you have me chatting away in here, what's going on out there? What if some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? I want a Homer Simpson, It's so gross. He gets a capital punishment just because. I would have to agree. And thank you so much, Marcelo, for the hydrate. He's like Lotta Hart, but worse. Way worse. The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel, Mr. Justice. Let's pick up the pace. Certain case, 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? 7 years ago? We gotta perceive. Actually took a bit.
Hold it!
The victim, Drew Mitchum, had an aversion to reporters. Boy, I guess not even my considerable charm did much for him. Till I finally got my thumbs up, that is. Maybe you can elaborate on that bit for us. Oh, you're gonna hate to present. Oh no, I'm not excited. Exactly what sort of story was this? Oh, a little one, like I said. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing in between. End quote. I might have suggested I had let lead on this particular story, but I didn't threaten or cajole or nothing. Honest. He is brushing his teeth with toothpaste. Oh, without toothpaste. I think what's even worse, Prince, is that it's not even like without. It's not even like with water. He's using his own freaking saliva. It's just. He's using his toothbrush to brush his glasses. For Prince Dust, since this is your first time chatting and probably your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Hayami. I'm a traveling fox spirit VTuber that sells omamori on my backpack. I love playing story-driven games like this one. I'm currently playing Apollo, this game, Yakuza Kiwami, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So I hope you enjoy your stay. Apollo, I don't know if I want to pursue this man. Yeah, I mean, me definitely hate him already. I think we all do. It's gonna be great. Oh god. So his suggestion was enough to get an interview? Mr. Masham must have really wanted to keep it under wraps.
Hold it!
Can we stone him? No. He needs to tell us the truth first. A certain case 7 years ago. Tell us what case. Let me state one thing, Mr. Attorney, and you can quote me on this. He's so gross. I can't talk about that case. What? Why not? It's about journalistic pride and staunchness and credibility and connections. Journalists reveal sources only over his dead body, end quote. Oh, there will definitely be another dead body. Ooh, Kirby and Apollo Justice, A+ for me. Yay! Thank you so much. And is it okay if I continue to call you Prince? Oh man, sorry, Brad. I would turn him to ash. He sounds like a pretty determined not to talk. My chances of him breaking his will aren't looking good. Red envelope probably had something to do with it. On one hand, we have your story. On the other, this letter. What makes you think the two are related? Oh, I was just saying it's possible. Call it reporter's intuition, end quote. Hey, I say a lot of things. You gotta pick all of them apart. Be my guest. All of them? No, just the incredibly suspicious ones. You can call me Prince. Yay! Thank you! Dang, the one thing he could do is spill the beans. But he's like, nah, journalist creed. And at this point, let it go! You're literally in a courthouse. You're literally supposed to tell the truth. I see. Anything else to add, Mr. Masham? Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without... Oh, shut up. Oh, you mean Mr. Masham's. Just how amazing was Mr. Masham's talent? That's what you meant. Sorry, I thought you were talking about yourself. Huh? Ooh-wee boy. I mean, hey, he's a star, man. A star. The flow of his brush is like great undulating river across the canvas. Artist paints light up studio like sun, end quote. This guy's full of wacky gestures. That one just now was wackier than usual. Looks like he's kind of nervous to me, Apollo. Definitely. I'm sensing something different than before here. Maybe it's time to bring out you-know-what. That testimony left a bad taste in my mouth. It makes sense. Nothing jumps out ridiculous. I wonder what the story he's talking about is. It must have been good to get an interview with a famous recluse like that. Something more powerful enough to drag Drew Misham out of hiding. I wonder. Maybe it had to do something with Mr. Misham's art. Okay, so we have to press this one. The last. Say what you will. Okay. Proceed. Oh, gosh. Oh. I don't know what I should be looking at. We have to keep staring at him. Okay, we don't see his other hand. Okay, let me stare at his hand for this part. He doesn't like flick his like hands. Okay, he doesn't do anything here. He doesn't blink either. Nah, he's not looking away. Do you want to know what his tell is? No. Let me take a stab at it, Bandit. Let's see what I can figure out. And also, hello, Bandit. Welcome in. It's gross. He's always gross. I think this is the line. He's not doing anything there. His hands are away. The current line isn't the line. Okay. So it is the last line. Because that was what the game was emphasizing.
Hold it!
Okay. Is it probably... It's probably... I know it's this line. This is the line because the game emphasizes this themselves. Like, hey, this line, he was like extra nervous at this part. Oopsies. I didn't mean... Yeah, this part. But that one just now was wackier than usual. Definitely. I'm sensing something different than before here. Yeah. Okay. So that was that last line is the line. But we need to perceive. Do you do anything with the brush? He doesn't do anything here. Okay. The only thing that moves is his mouth. He's not swallowing either. Ew! I found it! Ew! No way! Ew! It's so gross. That's how much he sweats. Oh my god. This is so big. You passed through it the first time too. This is so crazy. I'm just like, where else can I look on this man's body? Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? You just didn't notice it. That's so crazy. This man better have some good deodorant. I know. Oh my, that's evil, right? The fact it goes, yeah, the fact that the sweat stain goes away, like it absorbs back into his body is so funny. Yeah, well, a man can't help his glands, you know? It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets. You're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens to have evidence showing the talent mentioned in the letter. Damage only have... I think it's this. Mentioned in the letter. Oh, wait. I'm deposit. Please send a receipt once you confirm the transfer. Sign the paper, send in closed envelope, and then close stamp within 3 days. Speak this and no one. Shoot, I can't save. I'm pretty sure that bit in the middle is supposed to be a person. Rough sketch.
Take that!
The cord. Oh no! We gotta save. Let's try it again. All I have to do is reveal what Mr. Misham really was. He copied. How can I show that he copied? Darn it. And hello, Stargirl. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. So it's not this one. Ooh, wait, it just so happened to have the evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. Do I show the letter?
Take that!
No. I'm feeling so silly now. I called out the sweat, but now I can't. You want to hit? No, I think I'm close. It's just I've been showing the talent mentioned in the letter. I've deposited $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you confirm the transfer. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak to this no one. I'm overthinking this? So I already presented that. That was not it. I already presented this.
Take that!
It's not the... Oh! It is a hidden painting. Because he stole it. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are 2 problems with this painting. Ah, okay. So I was right, but it was just not the right painting. I give her a bonk. I agree with you, Lewis. Ah! The first time it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then there was a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. Oh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. The fade in. That is all, Your Honor. Everyone, please. Everyone, can we keep this private, please? This is my story. Shh. This guy is so selfish. He is so incredibly selfish. It like grinds my gears. He doesn't even care that someone died. He only cares about his dumb story. Forgery? That's serious crime. Drew Misham is known as an artist these days, but there was rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back. Another art, meaning forgery? Drew Misham was talented, alright. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. The fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover it. Bro, gotta get that money. But like, this is different! And hello, Lucius. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Okay, Apollo took control of his Sharingan bro. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about... Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. Oh my god. That's why Phoenix wanted us to take this case. Because this bro, the painter probably forged evidence in a case regarding that in a case that made Phoenix lose his license. I bet. One bonk. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. The rumor started circulating 7 years ago. So 7 years ago. So are we to understand that this payment of $100,000 was for, exactly, forged evidence nets tidy profit, end quote. Order, order, order. Why is it like our victim was living a double life? Aha, this was my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have plenty of enemies we know nothing about. This is my first time hearing this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation. But how do you explain all of this money? You have to admit there's a possibility of some activity here. But there was no proof tying this letter to our case. Our case was, and remained simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course. Hey. The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews. He's a lanky dude. Heck yeah. Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen. Yeah! Freaking own him, Judge. Lay it on him. Journalism so solid you could stand on elephant on it. End quote. In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap, the trial is over. Apollo, what's he talking about? The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have reason or means to poison him. As long as there's no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera. That's why. This next testimony is our last chance. Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please. Oh my god. The interview. The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug. And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. No, he probably licked the stamp! I hate these last chance testimonies. I know, because they're always so tense, but you know this game ain't over. You know it ain't over. A nice testimony, clear and succinct, and without room for doubt. Oh, there's room for doubt, Clavier. Freaking hold your pantaloons. I'll find it. Oh, shucks. You really think so? I believe this clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your final cross-examination. Right. I still have that one trump card left to play. I won't let this trial end until I use it. I hope he means the frame. Only other person.
Hold it!
But that doesn't prove Vera poisoned.
Objection!
How many times have we heard that one here forehand? The poison reached its victims via the coffee mug. And from where did that coffee come from, Not to be a dead horse again and again. Perhaps you could fill us in? I'm on it. You need a horse to beat? I'm your man.
Hold it!
Hold your air guitar, Clavier. Yeah, for real. As one who doesn't know the answer, I suspect it's the second to last statement. Something about his face. I really think it has to do with the no one else was there. Because I think our trump card is that there was poison found in this frame. Meaning that whoever gave him this frame must have poisoned it. Or something along the lines of that. That's what I'm thinking. You witnessed her pouring the coffee? Of course I didn't witness it. When she came in with that tray, excuse me, a coffee was already poured and steaming. Let's not forget the defendant has admitted to pouring the coffee herself. I heard her statement. I poured, I served, and No, you cannot say that in a courtroom. That's a bunch of BS. What? The last part was just a little joke. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with this coffee mug. I need to find another weak spot in this case. Only thing that touched Drew's lip.
Hold it!
You're sure about that? Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time. One of those candies might have been poisoned.
Objection!
Yeah, at the time of autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room, and no mint residue was found. It was a long shot anyway. Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee? Yes. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof, possibilities there, I can feel it. Just maybe not prove it. Not yet. Possibly isn't going to cut it. Not now. Mr. Masham ingested that poison via another... I don't think I have proof. He said it himself. He doesn't think he has proof. But looks like you have to take this back part off first to put the photo inside. I'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there. True. That pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever poisoned the coffee rubbed it on here too. That's not very obvious, Trucy. Okay. Oh! Proof is possible. I gotta risk it. Oh, excellent. Let's see your proof then. Please show us your evidence. What evidence shows that the victim wasn't poisoned via his coffee mug?
Take that!
This? Must I explain this over and over? We don't need possibilities here, hair, forehead. We need proof. I know that. You should also know that every proof has a moment. Perhaps you're a bit early. Okay, yeah, too early. Let me load this. Put nothing to his mouth but that coffee mug. Another hole in this case needs plugging before I can prove anything. But first things first. I better uncover a weak spot. Okay. Okay, got it. So that is important. It's just not yet. And hello, boy. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday.
Hold it!
Not one thing, you're sure? Yep, sure as can be. Well, with one exception. One exception? What? Journalistic spark Brushel does interview. Leave studio. End quote. Come on! It's a joke! Get it? Not funny, I know, but still. Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound so why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before? Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts, I'd like to turn it to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if any, might have left the studio that night? What? Left? What could have left the studio that night? Not that. All this is here. This! Save. We're gonna save. It's whatever was in the frame. I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene. By which you mean something other than our witness? Of course. Don't tell me. Vera Masham. Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional. And let's see what you got for us, Mr. Justice. Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene.
Take that!
I find Prosecutor Gavin more amusing than this guy, really. That comic relief, why do I not feel amused? Ah! We're loading it. I know, I'm cheating. Okay, it's the mailbox. Cause they put the thing in the mailbox. And then the mailbox took it off. The power of save scumming. Yes, I will save scum any day of the week. I already lost 1 health point. It breaks my heart. Breaks my heart thinking about it. Me not be perfect in an Ace Attorney game. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. Thank you, Brett, for the hydrate. Okay, I'll hydrate again. Thank you. This was the only link between the studio and the outside world. A letterbox. What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter. Yeah, I said that. And yeah, it was true. Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he had put the letter in an envelope and you put it in a letterbox. Ah, I forgot that tidbit. Furthermore, he went in a yellow envelope and put it in. But that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, That night, the yellow envelope disappeared.
Objection!
Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing. Huh? He has a point, Mr. Justice. What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Masham. Is it really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappeared? Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. That seems very important to me. Very well then, the witness will add this to his testimony. You got it. I still think this fails to change anything here, Forehead. I wouldn't be so sure. The letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for. Letter was put into the post from the studio, and I hardly think that matters. Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from the studio, and you are hiding that fact from us. Yes, well, actually, that you're a terrible witness? I don't argue the possibility that a letter disappeared from that studio. But here, Forehead, isn't there a much more serious question before this? Right. How Mr. Masham was poisoned, I know. But Mr. Brushel's testimony has changed, which means the facts of the case have too. And what he's told us means something entirely different now. I'm starting to think. Let's keep thinking, Apollo. Clearly the only one who has been poisoned. Okay. You say clearly as though it was obvious. But this claim that the defendant poisoned the victim is merely conjecture. Ah, yes, well, you see, in my business, it's all about making the most ridiculous things sound right. A bad habit, I know. You're a terrible witness. You're a terrible witness. This guy, yeah, Prince, I would agree. The Ace Attorney always is known for having terrible witnesses, but I think he's the worst. Or one of the worst. I guess it's more of a case of ridiculous journalist sounds wrong, end quote. The court is forced to agree with you. Please refrain from wild conjecture. Understood, loud and clear. Only I could believe that. What do you think, Apollo? Everything he's saying seems so not flawed. Well, that's kind of what you want from a testimony, really. I need to keep my eye on what matters. How and why was Drew Misham killed? Vera poured the coffee. That's not going to change. But if that coffee didn't kill him, I need to find what did and prove it. And the only person in the studio was the defendant. It was Vera, she pointed. The only thing that touched Drew's lips was interviewing with that mug. A letter was put into the post from the studio, but I hardly think that matters. I don't think I could present this, but I mean, let me try. Okay, I figured. That had no connection. There's not... This game... Worth trying. Yeah. So this is the statement. A letter was put in the post in the studio, but I hardly think that matters. We need to figure out the how and why. And my how is that he licked a stamp to send the letter. But I don't have any evidence to suggest that. I share the letterbox?
Objection!
No. Hayami Bing, please look at this. Please look at this frame. Look at this photograph. That's what I think of when holding up the frame. Ooh, do you not have anything to show a stamp? I have the letter. But that letter is from 7 years ago.
Objection!
Yeah, no. Maybe it's a different statement. Now that we know what we're looking for a letter, as Apollo said, some evidence meaning. Oh, can we? Okay, we can't examine it. We can't examine this. there's some one opportunity to put. No. Okay, no. Not that evidence. This rough sketch is only half hidden by the oil painting. I never understood artists. Still, it's impressive. I wouldn't think you could hide such a dark sketch underneath a low painting. Well, it's called oil paint for a reason. I bet it's pretty oily. The paint, I mean. I'm still waiting for you to get your point. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oops. Maybe it's the wrong line. I don't think I'm getting the wrong line. That's not related. That's not related. No. Treatment time deposit 100,000 in an account. Please send a receipt once you confirm. It's this. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp. See, enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp. Like something about that. So this letter had a stamp. I think this is, maybe I was presenting it in the wrong line.
Objection!
No. No. Okay. How? He licked a stamp in order to send a letter. I think that's the fact we need to explain. How did he do it? A letter was put in the postman's studio, but I hardly think that matters. It does matter. I can't investigate this. I can't like present this. I already presented this here. It did not work. Touch Drew's lips during the interview with that mug. This mug. I don't think.
Objection!
No, yeah. Okay, not here. So I presented the envelope and the box on this line, and I did the letter and the box on the previous line. Those two didn't work. Oh, sorry, not the box. I presented this and the letter on the previous line. Okay, a letter was put. I think I need to present on this line. I'm pretty sure it's this line specifically. I need to explain how. How did he? How?
Objection!
Okay, no, not the letter box. So I tried the letter box, the letter, and the frame on the previous statement. If I present...
Objection!
No, okay. Is it the painting? He ingested the painting, but there's no proof of that. You want to know? Not yet. I'm gonna try to think about this a little more. Did you do the coffee cup thing? I don't think so. No, I didn't do the coffee cup because this is his statement. The only thing that touched Drew's lips was that mug, which is not true. Hugh said that he sent a letter. This is the autopsy report. You press again. This line? Maybe, yeah.
Hold it!
You're sure about that? Well, to be really, really precise, I was gobbling mint. Yeah, and this is the mint comment.
Objection!
Autopsy. No mint residue was found. It's a long shot anyway. The victim ate, drank, ingested coffee. Oh, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof, the possibility is there. Really, just maybe not prove it. Just maybe I can feel it. Just possibly isn't going to cut it now. Mr. Masham ingested the poison via another route other than coffee. Oh, are we supposed to prove it now? Oh, I think we're supposed to prove it now. I can prove it. Proof is possible. I think we're supposed to present the letter now. Do you understand what you need? Proof here, forehead, not just possibilities. And Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof. What did he say? I have proof of the disappearing envelope. I saw him writing a letter. I did. Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume. Of course. Which means that envelope had a stamp on it. A stamp. As we all know, stamps come dried glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp. What? What the heck? That's so crazy. Okay, well, I did it. There we go. We progressed the story. No one worth talking to actually licks stamps in this day and age. Oh my gosh, that's so unfair. So I didn't need to present anything. I just had to go back on this. Oh. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for all your help. Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all. Apollo, please. Okay, so he licked the stamp, but wait, how does that explain the outro on the rim of the coffee mug? If he licked the back of the poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? What would then happen if you put the coffee mug on his mouth? Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around. What? The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Masham. Mr. Masham poisoned the coffee mug himself. Didn't Luke Tony do this idea? Who's Luke? And hello, Kono. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Forgot the games used to do that. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I did an Ace Attorney trial that had this type of like progression. Order, order, order. But that does it? Recall, if you would, Atro is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched the lips on the cup of joe. It's good though, makes you think. Yeah. Like as you guys heard, I had the idea. I knew what I needed to say to progress the story. I knew where it was going. But how to like actually tell the game like, hey, how do I do that? Cause right at that point I didn't realize that like, cause Apollo says I don't have anything to prove it. So like you're more inclined to press on, oh, I don't have anything. And I think I did click it on the first time and it didn't do anything. You have something to add, Mr. Brushel? Oh, his nose picking up another scent. As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put the letter in that envelope, Mr. Masham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote. But you know, I don't seem to remember him ever finding one. Maybe he just ran out? Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. There were no stamps. So not a single one. That does pose a problem. How will you prove the stamp was coated with poison? Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp he used was poison possible. Ah. Good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place. Okay, what to say? What's your evidence that proves the existence of this poison stamp? This. Okay. I can prove the existence of the stamp. Oh shoot, I didn't save! 2 inches by 2 inches.
Take that!
Well, it certainly is a cute little frame. Yes, this frame is so small. And the only thing that could hold the stamp. Oh, sorry. The only thing that could hold. Oh, sorry. The only thing that could fit in this tiny frame is a stamp. And this stamp was covered in poison. There we go. Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little. It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself. I noticed that too during my inspection. So what? Apparently you weren't so observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important. Missing something? Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. Atro residue. What? Why wasn't I told about this? The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller, maybe an inch wide at most. You aren't saying? Yes! Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps? Order, order, order! The poison stamp was in the frame? Impossible. Prosecutor Gavin, why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he had it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck. You know, can I say something? I had a thought, see? What, Mr. Brushel? And please stop jittering around like that. The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in the line of that word. Forger forges friends. Makes no enemies too, end quote. So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
Objection!
Oh. Dun. Oh, Rich. That's Rich. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to Gavinier's song lyrics, please. Over a 7-year-old stain. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Finally, something we agree on. The stamp was a murder weapon. Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one. Okay, you cannot just say that. Oh, I disagree. Come again? Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail. The mail. Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew red letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Imagine getting killed by licking a stamp. I'll be pissed. When I'm a ghost, I'm like, free. And not only that, he avoided it for 7 years. He avoided it for 7 long years. And he just, because of something, he finally used the stamp. And hello, people. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Brushel has a point here. Since forgery is shady crime, shady people may want you dead. 100%. If only bro went outside. I don't know if going outside would have been even better. Ridiculous. Where's the proof? I want proof. Show us evidence that this poison sap was sent to him as a murder weapon. I might not have evidence per se, but things are finally starting to come together. What is it, Apollo? Let's see. Good night, Hayami. Have a good one. Oh, no problem. Cool, Matt. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. I really, really appreciate it. Please take your good rest time. May you be blessed with a good night's sleep and wonderful dreams. Good night. Say once more. You should have touched grass. He's scared of grass. Truly. Your fists are trembling. I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed. Well, fill us in, Mr. Justice. A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death. This one.
Take that!
Isn't this the envelope? The one from 7 years ago? Think about the text of the letter again. There are 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2. I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor. In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp, poison, on the stamp, lick, lick, end quote. Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked? He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on it, right? Then he would put it in his letterbox. 15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would have been taken away from the scene. That's so crazy. Quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system. Forget the air guitar. Get out of here. Get out of here. Brushel might have been a player, yeah? Then he wouldn't be creepy. I think, true. I think he would be toxic. And hello, Kono. Oh, wait. Kono, you're already here. Thank you so much for your 5-stream streak. That's what I wanted to say. Get them both out of here. Yep. Such a splendid imagination you have here, forehead. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So, this poison stamp was inside this envelope from 7 years ago. Ja? Is that what you have us to believe? Really? Well, it's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility. Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder. A poison stamp in this envelope, a stamp that then became the murder weapon. How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence? Well, it was 7 years ago and we don't even know who sent that letter. And your answer is silent. I see. Very well, I move to... It's not nice to pick on Fraulein, Clavier. Shut up! Oh, wait. Oh my god, I got so scared. I was like, what? Excuse me? How did you get out of jail? Oh my god, that got me. That got me so bad. That scared me. I'm like, how is that possible? The killer used the US postal system as an accomplice, which is so crazy to think about. Just imagine a real life murder like that. What was that about? I know. Was it like Clavier like thinking of his brother? Oh my gosh. Hayami, I just heard the dog orchestra. A dog orchestra? Do they sing along songs? And hello, Deflated Duck. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Slightly less gas, but still grass. Kristoff jump scare. No, it's Emma. True, we got so scared by that. I am. Yay! Happy to hear. Emma. Well, like my Kristoff Gavin. Oh, it was her impression. Did I sound like him? Don't quit your day job. Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fraulein detective? Someone had to come dig you out all of this mess you're making in this case. Mess? You know, none of this would happen if you just trusted in science a little bit more. You could find out if that stamp was in that envelope easy. Can't you explain yourself, Fraulein detective? Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all in the residue, right? That's right. The poison detection spray. Yay! Produce the red envelope at once, and you can open it on the authority of the court. Aha! Well, would you look at that? No mistaking it. That's Atro residue. Let's go! Thanks, Emma, coming in clutch. Didn't know Emma resembled a very beautiful blonde man. I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now 7 years later, it bears its fang at last. Jaime, great job. Thank you, Marcella. Oh my god, Emma is fine the way she is. I love Emma. I really like her in this game and like the development the growth she had. Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago? Well, there's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Misham figured it out. Figured what out? He realized that the person who sent the letter wanted him dead. So he sent his reply with a different stamp and put his decisive evidence in a frame. Oh, he's back. You're still here? Can I make a statement here on the record? I Spark Razor Tooth Brushel claim the scoop as mine. Drew Misham killed in cold blood. Oh my god. By sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. No, maybe something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote. And the orchestra plays in rhythm with the dog's tail wagging. It's called the tail. Oh, that's so cute. I want to go to something like that. Come on, Hayami. We're getting closer to get him out of the courtroom. I feel it. I know he needs to get out. I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit this is all coming as quite a shock to think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Snap is ticket straight to afterlife, end quote. Uh-oh, I think the witness is bad influence on our judge. I see no need for further debate on this matter. The sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant. Apollo, I think we just won. Very well. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
Oh, Clavier, you couldn't have kept your mouth shut! Is this the bright future of our legal system? Prosecutor, Gavin? A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago? Tickets for Gavinier shows are invalid after 2 weeks. But it doesn't make sense any other way. It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in Hair Forehead's claim. A contradiction? A poison sap was placed in the envelope 7 years ago, whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did? Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poisoned. Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sent a trap and put the stamp in the frame. I do not debate this. But this begs the question, why 7 years later did he use that stamp on the night of the murder? Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. Or he put the murder weapon in a frame on the desk for 7 years and forgot. You expect us to believe he sprang the trap on himself? Can this guy stop playing guitar? Stop guitar playing and start interrupting the court? I know, right? He never shuts his mouth. He yaps. He continues to yap. Brushel, can we imprison you for making a mockery of the court system? Yes, I second that. Prince. Dementia, duh. I think genuinely forgetting after 7 years might be a legit reason. I also think what I think might be happening is that Misham didn't want to be caught as a forger, so he decided to off himself. While I admit this is all quite shocking myself, it does seem highly unlikely that he would just fall foul of a trap that had been sitting on his desk for 7 years. Apollo, I don't think we're winning anymore. I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you.
Objection!
Okay, now how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope? The poison stamp? What exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to court? Okay, Clavier, that's messed up. Like, ugh. Of course the mailman took it. I see no proof that such a thing ever existed.
Objection!
What about the actual residue, huh? Oh, I agree, that does seem to be actual residue. Right here, forehead. It's certainly no stamp. I'm going to... Oh my god, he's going to make our job so much harder. Yeah, but even if your precious poison sap did exist, Drew Misham never would have used it. That is all. Ugh. I believe we come to a conclusion again. Apollo! Were we wrong the whole time? I can't believe it. The poison traces match up. It can't be a coincidence. I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. Let's review the facts and see where we stand. 7 years ago, Drew Misham received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison atro on the document inside the envelope. A similar trace was also found in the crime scene on this tiny picture frame. The defense has indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope, the envelope that left the scene of the crime with the poison stamp on it. Yes, But even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham, knowing this, put it in the frame, he never would have used the stamp. Interesting. Is this the Edgeworth thing? If you don't have it with you, then it doesn't exist. He is pulling out like the Edgeworth card. And hello, Mysterious Emblem and Robles. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to the both of you. I hope your day's going well. Hope you're having an amazing day. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Love you guys. Got to go. Yeah, no problem, Doug. I'm glad to hear that you had a wonderful day at the Tail Orchestra. If you're gonna go sleep, here's your good rest chime. May you be blessed with a good night's sleep and wonderful dreams. Good night. I'm afraid you're right, which means there is a fatal flaw in the defense case. Haven't been on the wrong track this whole time. I'm sure of it. The traces of Astro, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham, mysterious death. They're all connected somehow. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us? The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen the logical outcome and the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be a fake. A fake clue? Fascinating. And if we find this fake, your wild fantasies will prove quite reasonable, ja? The fake clues that's thrown us off the poison trail is none other than Drew. It's him. Cause that's not our man. That's not actually Drew Misham. The victim was a fake clue? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'll explain. Yeah, because he's the only outlier. You're correct. He wouldn't have forgotten. Oh, he wouldn't have forgotten that about the stamp. So what probably happened is that in preparation for this interview, he didn't want to be perceived by Brushel. So maybe this is his friend or some hire to pretend to be him. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is the victim himself. Congratulations, you completely lost me. And the fake evidence is one other than the master of fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that. The fake clue, fakes, forgeries. Huh? I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is the fake? Come again? 7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why? That's what I want to know. Because the forger who was killed was a fake. What? So, what the heck? So the artist that we knew as Drew Misham wasn't actually Drew? Here we are again. The victim was a fake. One forger smelled the trap. One forger fell into the trap. That's two forgers, and one of them was a fake. Yo, this music? Oh, we're getting it now. Kamitachis. Let's go. Woo! Order. So you're telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Heck yeah. Well, if he was the fake, who was the real forger? You better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo. Sorry, we just gotta vibe to the music. Oh, this is so good. We only get to hear this every so often, so this feels amazing. Plot twist, big plot twist. I'm afraid you're going to have to back up your story. Mr. Justice, show us just who the real Drew Misham was. If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could have been. Mr. Brushel! Understood. You're on. Because Brushel is a brush, so he's a paintbrush. Forger. Oh my god. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was. Oh my god. Do we get to put this man behind bars? Oh my god. Because there's no one else. Let's do it.
Take that!
Train makes walk. No! Better come up with something quick before that story goes to print. What? Not him. Damn. Damn. Wouldn't that be lovely? It would have been so good. It would have been so good. The real forger. Okay, it can't be you. Is it Vera? No. She's 19. 7 years ago, she would have been a kid. Not Emma. Not Clavier. Not Brushel. So it's between Valent. I don't think it's.
Take that!
Do we present Drew Misham again? No. Oh my god, is it Valent? Oh my god, is this how it all connects? It's no way it's Clavier. Is it Phoenix? I don't think it's Phoenix either. I'm overthinking it again. Well, I thought it was Brushel. I thought that was a straightforward answer. The real forger was. It's not Drew. Would it be Vera? I don't think so. Again, she would have been like 12.
Take that!
It would have been someone Drew action. Oh my god. There can only be one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger known as Drew Misham is none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham. Excuse me? So Vera did kill him? Order, order, order. Mr. Justice is going out of a limb, even for you. I kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger? Let's whoa, this is crazy. Is it actually her? No way. That's so crazy. No way it's actually her. They established Drew never left home, had no contact with anyone. Who else but his daughter that lived with him? But like, Yoto, like I logically on paper, what you're saying is like, makes sense and sounds correct. But for it to actually be true is mind-boggling. Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had been taking place in the studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. This can only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger. Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense. One more thing, only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studios. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility. By the process of elimination, the forger was Vera Misham. Well, but our case! I mean, I'm shocked with you. Fascinating. Oh, he's eating it up. He's like, ooh, you're digging your own grave. Vera Misham, you've been paying attention to the trial so far. Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger, Drew Misham? The light in her eyes came back. Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face. I'm used to being stared at by Frauleins, believe me. Though they usually talk to me too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art? Yes. So the forger, Drew Misham, was you? Yes, it was me. What? You would have been 12! Excuse me? The court was in uproar and it wasn't coming down. We had to break for a 10-minute recess. That's so crazy. What the heck? I love her. She's so cute. Okay, you saying that, does that mean she is not a killer? She's not a killer. Okay, technically she's not the killer because she didn't poison the stamp. But yes, let's continue. Talented children exist. True. But still, for her to take part of forgeries. Remember this game series where you cross-examine a parrot. Yes, you're correct. I keep forgetting about that little fun fact of Ace Attorney that we did cross-examine a parrot, and Ace Attorney can do whatever it wants. Let's just say that in the OG trilogy, a certain kid does incredible things, even younger than Vera as 12 years old. Wait, who was it again? I forgot. It's been so long since I played the OG trilogy. You gotta give it to her. That's talent, yeah. I mean, this is the same series that had a girl become a prosecutor at 13. Wait, who? Emma? No. She probably didn't realize she was forged. Ah. Yeah, Camison, you're right. That's probably the case. Oh, no more cool music. I know. We have to say goodbye. Children are easily manipulated too. Yeah. Oh no. I'm scared. Oh, Pearl. Oh, Francisca? She became a prosecutor at 13? That's crazy. She was spirit channeling at 8 years old. Ah, yes. Thank you so much, Luis, for reminding me. And Camison and Yota reminding me about Francisca. That's so crazy. Oh, she might have been manipulated. Okay, so where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh. Well then, who was he? Well, he was actually doing her nails. So you really made those forgeries? Yes. For father. I know it was. Oh no. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I love painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. Anything? Father was so proud and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, father is... Wait, so the guy that actually died was her father. Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. You were already creating your works back then. That's so crazy. That's so sad that her father used her in this way. Instead of celebrating her talents and helping her improve, he was like, wait, you could make forgeries. That's just so crazy. Damn, could you imagine being thrown in jail from a 13-year-old? I'd be mad. But if she proved you wrong, then... To be fair, Pearl is something of a prodigy as far as the channeling technique. I would assume Drew Misham would have taken responsibility and he'd be in jail. Yeah, if he was still alive. Fits in all places. Also, I just like her design. Her design is cute. You like her bear overalls? It's a night and day design from Brushel. For real, for real. Yeah, I'm glad to be looking at her now. I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the snap was poison. That was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. Ah, yes, I forgot about that. I see. Mr. Justice. Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father? He was watching, gathering information. All about the Right and Co. law offices. But lately, we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yet, when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. Pleased? Why would he be happy? Who was Mr. Mashab? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. This case is getting so crazy. I know this is the final case for this game, but I'm just like gobsmacked on like what's about to unfold. We know that the victim's daughter Vera was the forger. What does this mean? What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. I'm so shocked still. Yeah. Oh yeah, about that. When doing the recap, I forgot about that. Oh. Since she mentioned painting, I do a lot more Pokemon. Oh. A step up from dealing with the constant Shark Boy. Very true. I would have to agree. But it was fun to rewatch the guitar serenade with everyone. Hi. Sorry. Oh, darn it. There's still an error. Failed to create poll. Why is it? Wait, it did work. Oh, the poll. Oh, why does the message? It's okay. The poll worked. But hello, I am back. No, because we did it twice. Oh, but it worked. Okay, cool. Yes, guess who just came into my glam site? Well, that poll still lives on. Let's start this next chapter. Oh, because you did it twice. Got it. I'm so sleepy. We'll probably wrap up in the next 30 minutes. Koi is now back in session. Foxy Papa, and you guys are ba-na-na-na-na-na. Correct. Woo! It was Foxy Papa that came into my glam site. So good job. Yeah. That's a perfect stopping point coming up soon. Oh yeah? Okay, perfect. Wait, is it another save point or okay, I like to imagine it's another save point. Well, with all the daddies running around. Prince, oh my god, you're so right. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah? Okay, I'll keep going until that stopping point then. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Masham forger persona? Oh, thank you, Conrad, for the hydrate and for the posture check. There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Oh, thank you, Yoto, for the stretch. My back. Okay. Very well, miss. If you would, do you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting? The remarkably similar one? Ah, yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So, she was the one who made the forgeries. Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of the operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was a forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, Ja? Yes. It was in the desk drawer. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. I can tell... I can too... I can you, sleepy Hayami. Oh, I can tell you're sleepy. Oh, yes, it is close to my eating hours. I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received that stamp. I received the stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. There certainly was much of a great interest in your testimony. Not that the witness realizes it. Very well, please begin with the cross-examination. Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. Created things, okay. So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too. Oh, it's so sad. Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin your work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope may very well will have killed your father. Right. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham. A new industry. The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. Father had no deal. Excuse me. So you didn't know how the things you were making were being used? I enjoy painting very much. I think I understand. The Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in the envelope? Father signed them and sent them back, I believe. Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope and the enclosed stamp? This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought. What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the bag? Atro? A moment here, Furryhead. You You can't force an answer upon a witness. Now then, perhaps, would you tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive the stamp? Is something wrong? It was beautiful. Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps? Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? Sad face. Sad emoji. She doesn't like the flavor of Baja Blast. So the trap failed by chance. By mistake. Thanks to the commemorative stamp. Quite the close call. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. Oh, oopsies. The red envelope came after she completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted a forgery made. Apollo were close. We just had to piece together parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. Okay. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. The single job had tied them to a criminal underworld. To think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large. When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work, so that the real essence of the artist, Drew Misham. You did the work, and he supplied the face. So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty. And more than that, yes? It was a picture of people I liked at the time. This is something new. Draw it! Hello, Strazer! Hi! Just got back from playing Honkai Star Rail Story. Was not prepared. Oh no! Hopefully it wasn't too much of an emotional damage. But welcome in, Strazer. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Wednesday. This is why Apollo's logic to getting here was even more crazy. It was just a coincidence that saved Vera. Yeah. That's just, she just like, ooh, pretty stamp. And they just framed it. Like, so crazy. I mean, I'm glad that, it's unfortunate that someone did have to die to the stamp. Apparently we got some, cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician. So I kept it. Oh, this is where it's gonna come in. This is where Uncle Valen is gonna come into court. Magicians? I love mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat, you're confusing mysterious with freaky. I'm tired. I'm also tired. But we're so close. We're so close. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See? Isn't magic great? Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited. But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad. Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Now, where have I heard that before? The red envelope came after she completed her first job. That makes this letter from her client, whoever wanted the forgery made. I'm close. Okay. Favorite troupe. Save this. Hi, tired. This is Hayami. Sorry, Noni, please. That remind me, that's why I don't play much Goddess of Victory. Two of my favorite characters in the story had me in tears. Oh, that means it made such a good impact on you. Magic show.
Objection!
magicians you like? Was it this bunch? Some kind of Honkai Impact. Freaking Jifu. Apollo, they're not a bunch. I see. Still, I have to wonder, why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter? Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat true grammari. But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin? Uh-oh. 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 Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating, Clavier? You mind telling us? Prosecutor Gavin? Grammary? What's with Gavin? Might I just ask one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask what? Oh, no. Answer the question now. Damn! Clavier! That's a little aggressive of you. Yeah, see, she's scared. Come on. Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, this is unbecoming of me. I apologize, but I must know. Please, Miss Masham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book. Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book. Like a diary. Bro, what's happening? No, I don't. No. Oh my God, Clavier. Bro, what happened? You good? Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. What's happening? What's happening? What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Miss Masham, this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know?
Objection!
Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. Yeah, relax. He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor. Nothing. Nothing? Sullied who? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Daddy? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? How about how he came to lose his attorney's badge? There's a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. On the back of it, it bore the mark of a silk hat. What? Phoenix Wright tossed out the profession by false evidence, and the forger who made that evidence is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. Oh, snap. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge the evidence? For all of our sakes. Who was it? She's gonna say, I don't know. Her dad handled that part of the administration. And the Nerdy Panda, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the caravan. We only met... Oh, you met them. You met the client? Well, who was it? It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. Yes, what? Is there something about me? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book. The diary. Who was it? Oh, it was his brother. It was his brother. Ha ha ha. Oh! Vera! Vera! Oh, shut. Oh my God! god! Don't even Louis bread. Freaking you guys. She got bomb blasted, please. No, it's the nail polish. Oh my god, I bet you it was the nail polish. That was crazy. I don't even know what to say. Dude, watch. It was Clavier's brother. It was definitely Clavier's brother. It has to be. And not only that, with the convenient timing of her. She's not dead. She's unconscious, thankfully. But she was poisoned. She's gonna die. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Masham. Vera Masham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. Oh my god. She's currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the... Wait, is this how the game ends? No way. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Phoenix! In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. Oh, look at this. It's a-hole. And that is where we must go. Wait, back in time? Oh my god! Baby Trucy! She's so baby! Oh, she's so baby. Now, girl, we just started the case. Wait, we're actually starting the case now? Shut the front door. To find the whole truth. That's so crazy. It ain't over. In fact, we could say it's truly about to begin. That's so crazy. I was not expecting it. No, this is definitely a great place to stop. Next time, we'll relive the past. To be continued, to be continued. Wow. Wow. That was so intense. Okay, one, I'm glad we no longer have to see Brushel. But two, the development after we called out Brushel was just like a whole domino effect. And it was just one thing after another. And it was like bam, bam, bam. And it was just like truly a roller coaster. I'm just like, where are we even going? I'm scared. Oh my god, Vera's a forger. Oh my god, she was manipulated by her dad. Oh my god, they went into the life of reclusivity so to protect themselves. Her dad didn't know about the stab. The stab was only used because she thought it was cute and just framed it, and now she herself is poisoned. These developments is just actually amazing. Actually amazing. I love Ace Attorney. I love Ace Attorney so freaking much. Oh my goodness me. And to think that even after finishing this game, we have the next 2 games for Apollo Justice. And then we have Edgeworth's games, the spin-off games, and then we even have more Ace Attorney. Oh my gosh. Next time on Apollo Justice. The first trial was a prelude. Wait, really? The first trial, all of that was just a prelude to this, to the real case? That's so crazy. I'm glad but then we're gonna run into the memory of Phoenix being like losing his license. What is he gonna do? I'm so scared. I'm glad he got out of the courtroom, yeah. But Vera though had me. I'm so sad. She was not only manipulated by her dad, but now she's freaking poisoned. How? The only possible thing, because it would have been 15 minutes. I don't think she ingested anything, but it has to be the nail polish, because that was the only thing she was like putting on her body in any way, shape, or form. And yes, oh my god, Brett, yes, everyone was shouting at her. Like and she probably doesn't know like what's truly happening. And because since she was 12, she's been living under a rock. And it's just so sad. It's so sad. I'm so happy to hear she's not dead. But I hope that by the end of this case, she is back to normal. She is fine and she is happy and healthy. She's just a girl for real. I can't believe it. She was just scared in the courtroom. Yeah. I can't believe Clavier, like literally Clavier. I was like, whoa, Clavier, why are you sweating? What's happening? It's like, it really was a stark, like, surprise. If I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, she is so innocent. Through and through. Truly, whoever killed Misham had to be the person who essentially commissioned them for the fake forgery. And so the last word she said was the devil. That was her last words. But who is the devil? And I would like to assume it's probably Clavier's brother. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll have to... Guess we'll find out next month. Not next month! No, not next month. Let's see. So this is my last stream of the week. I'm so sorry, but it is. I'm gonna be really busy from Thursday and beyond. But next week I'll have 2 collabs. I'll be I'm like looking at my calendar. I think I'll most likely be able to stream on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh wow, maybe you guys will have me for 4 streams. Because what's happening is that I'll stream a solo stream whether on Tuesday or Wednesday or both days. And then I'm gonna be having a collab with Aqua. We're gonna be reading Hatoful Boyfriend. And I'm really excited to finally have a collab with Aqua. I'm really excited. We both love visual novels and our love of fate, and so I'm really glad that it's happening. And then on Friday, I'll be having a collab with Amai, Remy, and I don't know who else. But we're gonna collab so we can raid into Chewy's model debut. Yay! So that's next week is gonna be jam-packed. But it's all gonna be fun. It's all going to be really fun. Aqua and Hayami in this economy. Let's go! Yes! I'm happy to hear you're excited. Oh. Okay, but that's the plan for next week. But again, wow! I give this progress 10 out of 10 wowie zowies. I was like kind of underwhelmed with how the case started, but now I'm just like, whoa, it's really kicking into high gear. I'm really excited to what's going to happen next. So I'm really excited. And don't worry, it won't take me a month to play Apollo Justice. Maybe I'll play Kirby next week and more Apollo Justice so we can keep going. But with that, thank you everyone for hanging out with me this week and today. Thank you. We will be raiding Berries. Berries is playing Bayonetta, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I freaking love Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta so much. I think Bayonetta is now on the Switch? Question mark? No, is it? It is. I think it is. I do want to play Bayonetta on stream one day because I love that. I love the game. I love this. I haven't played the newest game given all the recent stuff, but maybe one day. Poyo, thank you for the stream, Jaime. Of course, thank you, Conrad. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you forget, I will bonk you. No bonks, please. Okay. But for everyone that is new here, I love passing out my charms at the end of each stream. Since I am an omamori merchant, all you have to do is take Take a mental picture of my charms and you are blessed. So if you're gonna go work tomorrow, here's my good work charm. May you be blessed with the energy to push through your shift and get that dough. If you're gonna go school or you're wrapping up with finals, here's my good school charm. May you be blessed with the energy to pass all your classes and enjoy summer vacation. If you're not feeling well physically or mentally, here is my good health charm. May you be blessed with the energy and good energy to heal up and have a better tomorrow. And finally, here's my good rest charm. May you be blessed with a good night's sleep and wonderful dreams. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out and gasping with me as we go on this emotional story of a roller coaster. Here are my raid messages. If you have my emotes, feel free to copy the first message. If you don't, feel free to copy the second message. I will see you all next week. So have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful weekend, Kamidachis. Again, thank you so much for making my birthday so special. I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to make many more memories with everyone here. Yay! Good night, everybody. Thank you again. This was so much fun. Otsuyami!